Hey, what's going on, guys? I see Trades here, and today we're going to be doing a technical analysis breakdown on ticker symbol AMC. And like we covered in the last video, we saw that huge spike to $4, a reversal of a mirroring candle, and a little bit of consolidation. We broke out of that consolidation range, and we are trending downwards. So the question is, are we going to get a bounce here, start a move upwards, or are we continuing our way down all the way to these lower levels? Now, before we dive deep on the daily, I'm going to take you guys to the weekly to get a broader perspective. Now, guys, on the weekly, you see the stocks just get absolutely crushed. So keep that in mind right away when you're trading a stock like AMC. Low cap stocks like AMC, GameStop, etc. are prone to these very big movements up and down. They're very volatile stocks by nature. Price gets destroyed. Find a bottom around that $7 level. Bounce from there. We reach that $11.50 level around there. And we see a big retracement downwards all the way to that $2 level, $2.60 level, bottoming at 230. You see volume pick up and there's just giant volatility. You see a huge wick, which that's about a 400% movement right there, guys. Just all the way down from that $260 level all the way to that 11. Crazy movement, but it couldn't hold. And we get in this descending resistance. Price chops around with this descending resistance and this $4 type of support level. Get pretty tight, and we can't hold that. We ultimately bounce off that resistance again and trend downwards past these support levels. We double bottom at that 260 level. You see one bottom there, you see another bottom there, and then from there we try to trend up. So that's a bullish sign, double bottoming like that, but we try to trend up. We cannot break through that $360 resistance level, and we kind of start trending down in a descending fashion on these more recent weeks. So in the weekly, we had a giant downtrend. We had a big attempt at a price move up. We got crushed back down, consolidated, moved down, try to bounce with that double bottom. We did get that bounce, and now we're descending. So we could be getting a triple bounce, or we could find some support around this level and bounce back up, trying to reach that peak right at where that candle wicked off at $4. Now, guys, taking you to the daily chart, we see that price gets in this descending range after consolidating for some time around that $4 to $5 level. Big consolidation period. Price likes to consolidate between these two price levels, these psychological $5 and $4, getting under it, getting above it, trending down, hitting this resistance level in that range once again, and we come back down. Can't hold that $4 support. Trend under that. We're building some energy. We break through that resistance. You see price get a little bit volatile. You see there's a strong green candle right there. Price is getting volatile. Volume is building up. Explode to that $4 level, which buyers are trying to push over that, regain that as support, and get back in this consolidation range. Can't do that. We see a mirroring candle, a candle almost exactly like that move up, and you see the pullback. And last video, guys, we were right around here. We were holding that 324 support, and we explained that although we had that mirroring candle, this is around 12 candles of price action where we've just kind of been slowly moving down, and we explained that 1, 2, 3 candles for that entire move. So yes, price is going down, but in a lot slower fashion than when buyers brought it up, which is a pretty good bullish sign given that we are in a downtrend, but see how much longer that takes comparative to that move up. But anyways, we did end up breaking that 324 cent support level. Try holding that $3 one for some time. 1, 2, 3. And we're in this descending channel still. So it looks like if you're looking at this from a technical analysis perspective, the way we're going, I think we see a test at that 2.80 level before trying to move up. Hitting that bottom once again, seeing if that support can hold, as it was a pretty good support in the past. Holding that for some time, getting back under, getting really tight, and then hitting that again, aiding that overall move up. We're at the lower side of this channel. We did see some price action kind of going up and down, but sellers have been holding it in the lower echelon of this channel. Now, AMC is very prone to these very long-term moves down. So looking at a bearish perspective, since we stay unbiased on this channel, say that we don't get a bounce at that $280 level. Say that we continue to get in this tight downtrend, getting below and down to that 260 level. It's definitely a possibility where we get that double bottom, kind of a triple bottom, right? We get 1, 2, and we touch again, and that aids that big move up. So we could see another attack of that 260 level where we saw very strong support in the past. Could tap that level and then continue our move up. Very probable in a longer term perspective. In the short term perspective, if buyers can gain that control, we could see a bounce a little bit higher, creating a higher low in this longer term type of structure. Like we said, taking a lot more time on its way down comparative to its way up. So yes, sellers are in control, but buyers are putting up a bit more of a fight on this retracement of this total move. I think it can be a probable scenario where we bounce off this support, which aided this movement, since we've been taking our time moving down from that movement. If we see volume flush in, guys, especially hitting around that area or slightly above it, could see a big move up and a correction getting out of this descending channel. In the bigger picture, this is still a pretty solid downtrend. Could just be a lower high and we keep on moving lower, doing the same thing as AMC has been very crushed overall. Do I think we are going to break through all of these support levels? I think that's somewhat unlikely. This is all-time lows we're talking about, guys. This thing has not ever broken below that. So if we actually ended up seeing price get below that 260, 230 cent level, I think that would be very bad for the, if we're talking the short to long term of AMC. I think from the long term of AMC would be seeing it almost get below that $2 level altogether. I think it is unlikely. I think that we see buyers try to at least make an attempt and a retest of that level, even if it's that 360 level moving higher, creating a lower high of this formation. I think we do see somewhat of a squeeze out of this descending channel. Now, guys, on the hourly, we see a closer eye view of what was going on with that run up. You see that price builds in a tight consolidation range, getting very tight on the hourly between that 280 and 260 range. We break above that, we regain that 280 resistance as support. We start trending upwards. The buyers are looking strong here. Volumes building up, energy's building up, getting pretty volatile, and we stay tight in this range of 3 and 320. And then we see that big move up, that gap up. This bounce off this descending support, and boom, aids that big move to that $4 level. And we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles trying to hold and retest that 4, getting that as support. Cannot do that. We see that mirroring candle, and we see price get in this descending channel that we saw on the daily. A little bit of a better perspective. Hold up tight, get down low, hold up tight, slowly move down, tap that ceiling one more time, and then we see sellers kind of gain control, getting us to that bottom of the range, keeping us there. So as a bull, you want to see price start to build up some momentum and at least tap the top of that range. Show that buyers are still in this game. We could just be seeing weaker attempts at getting up. Keep your eye on these two support levels, as it could definitely be spots where we see a buyers really step in here and push that stock above this descending channel. So guys, really no need to overanalyze the stock. It's a very beat up stock over time. This thing's been down pretty much 98, 99%. So given those statistics, what we can look at is the closer term picture, as we did, and it's in this descending channel. We've identified the support zones where it could bounce and get out of this downtrend, which it very well can. And furthermore, from there, if we cannot hold these support levels, we get below that 260, we get below that 240, 230 level, then we might be seeing a continuation of this long-term downtrend. Although, guys, right now I'm neutral, slightly bearish, but I think if those support levels are intact, we definitely should be seeing a break of that descending channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. If you did, consider liking and subscribing. I'll continue to cover AMC as well as other major tickers on the channel. Trade smart. I'll see you guys in the next one.